Have you ever been walking along a street and you see a shop and you think, oh, that kind of looks interesting? And then once you step inside, it's amazing compared to what it looked like outside, even better, like it's incredible. And that happened to me recently. I was in Dallas for business in Texas, and I saw this shop. Well, look, let me just get into it and show you the photos so that you can kind of see for yourself what I saw. So I was walking along the street and I saw this um, bookstore bar venue. Okay, that's interesting. That's pretty cool. This is in Oak Cliff. So it's about a 10-minute drive out of Dallas. So it's sort of a suburb. It's a bit of an artsy area. This is one of the side streets. This is an old home that's been converted. Bookstore bar venue. Interesting. So I went in and had a look. But before I got in, there's this sign. It's home to Inner Moonlight Poetry, Talking Dirty After Dark, Bookstore Disco. So I knew it was kind of interesting and kind of fun. But then inside, what an awesome bookshop. It's called The Wild Detectives, and it's in Oak Cliff, Texas. And The Wild Detectives is not your average bookshop because, yes, they have an incredible range of books. And even here, the story that this photo tells, you've got bookshelves over here on the left-hand side. Then you've got sort of just a regular looking table here and a different table here and some boxes. My point is visually, it's variable, it's flexible, it's interesting. It's not your traditional bookshop, just lined with bookshelves down the wall. The floor is wood. The shop has got beautiful lighting. It feels warm. It feels comforting. It feels like you're stepping into somebody's home. And then you've got little details like, you've got this little sort of cushiony packaging sort of mat there. Above it, you've got some vinyl albums for sale. You've got this beautiful, beautiful table sitting at the end. And yeah, this is where we took a seat here and just spent a bit of time in the shop having a look around. This table just runs right down the middle at the center point of the shop. You've got these kind of beautiful old library type lights. And then in the background there, you can see one of the things that really sets the Wild Detectives apart, and that's the bar. It's a bar and it's a bookshop. It's just awesome. There's this sign, the Wild Detectives, 100% vetted books. There's this sense that the people who own this business really understand reading. They understand books and they understand the love of books because they're carrying products that they love themselves and they really want to share. Here's a better shot of the bar. And yeah, the bar's pretty cool. An incredible range of cocktails, awesome coffee, really easy to sit there and enjoy as a bar or to sit down in the bookshop itself and enjoy a book. You've got this blackboard on the wall. What drew me immediately to it was buy a book and get a free drink. That's pretty cool. You've got book happy hour between 3 and 6 p.m. That's pretty cool. Then you've got a range of different cocktails and things like that. It's got a really nice vibe, a really nice feel. This is not an average bookshop. And then down here to go with whatever it is you're buying to snack on or to drink, you've got some little accompaniments that you can add to those. You've got some art hanging from the roof, which is just fantastic. And then in store, you can connect to their website because you can buy from them online. The QR code makes it very easy to get to their website. The shop just looks awesome. It's very easy to navigate. You can move right around really simply. And if you want to get somewhere a little bit higher that you can't reach, look at this. They've got a footstool here ready for you to use. Absolutely fantastic. They've thought of everything. They make it very easy for the shopper to browse and to have a look at the range of what they have. That's looking from just beside the bar to the entrance to the shop. And again, you get a sense of just how easy it is to navigate around this shop. It's not crammed, it's not full, and it really does feel like a venue. When I was there, we were sitting at this center table here. There were some kids playing in one of the nooks over here. There were some people studying over here, a couple of people doing work, just a really nice, comfortable place to go and use as that second office, if you like. You've got this kind of boxed window seat. You've got kids' books up on the wall, and there's a really nice area for you to relax and just enjoy family time. They've got these bookmarks there. These are from the Dallas Opera. Free bookmarks, just a nice little add-on for the bookshop. At the bar, when I was sitting and looking at the bar, I noticed that the bar is lined with old doors. So they've taken these doors and repurpose them to line the bar, which is just cool. It's another way of adding a piece of character to the shop, which I thought was pretty interesting. But this table, I mean, I just love this table in the center of the bookshop. It's part of what made the shop feel appealing and enjoyable. This is a shop, by the way, that they opened in 2014. They've won a ton of awards. If you look up the Wild Detectives online, you'll see that they've won multiple awards year on year, not only out of Dallas, but for other things that they've done within the business. Really clever, really smart. And what they've created is pretty awesome. They even have a bit of fun about getting away from Wi-Fi and disconnecting. So the whole vibe of the shop is this kind of let's have fun and let's be enjoyable in what we do. And yeah, look, I was an Aussie there in this bookshop, and sure enough, on this beautiful brick wall, that one of the feature books is How to Drink Australian. And I thought that was pretty nice, very nice to see. They have some merch, and this very clever booze books. It's not one or the other. I thought that was pretty cool. These are local artist design T-shirts, which is very cool for them to do. They've got a window, and they're using that as a signpost for local events and even events that they're hosting within the bookshop, which is really nice to see. And as I said, they sell vinyl. You've got a whole range of vinyl there. It's just fantastic to see. They have the feature vinyl up on the wall, and then you've got the boxes, and you can get into the vinyl, and you can play the vinyl in the shop. And yes, the shop was playing really vibey music, nice music. On their website, it's an incredibly awesome website. The website very much focuses on events that they're hosting, but it also has other information and products that you can buy from the business. So it's just absolutely wonderful. The website also tells you a little bit about them, about the history of the bookshop. It also tells you the history of the name, the Wild Detectives, and it talks about how the bookshop came about by two friends getting together and, talking about their love of reading and their love of drinking and bringing those together into one business, which is pretty cool. So the website for me is a must visit if you want to understand the history of the Wild Detectives and why, it sounds extreme possibly to say it, but I think it's one of the best bookshops I've ever visited. Really, really enjoyable. So the website's well worth visiting. Click on the About page to get the information. And also have a look at their Facebook page. The Facebook page is awesome. They've got 18,000 followers, and the Facebook page really gives you a sense of the business and how it's connected. The Wild Detectives, I was there probably around lunchtime on a weekday, and it was busy enough for sure. But it's one of those places that I reckon if you were to go there at nighttime, it's going to be a lot busier, and you get a sense of that by looking at their Facebook page. Through Google, we can see that the reviews, they're sitting at 4.6 out of 5, which is fantastic. And that's out of, I think, 2,000 reviews or something like that they happen to have got. So 1,455 reviews. So I guess my point is, I own Tower Systems. We make software for bookshops. So there's that. That's the ad. I love looking at retail. I love looking at different retail that's out there. I happen to be in Dallas and actually in the Oak Cliff area looking at some other very specific shops. And I just happened across the Wild Detectives. And what a surprise. An amazing bookshop, well worth visiting. There's a lot to learn, I think, about book retailing from what they do, which is fantastic. And also there's a lot to pick up from looking at what they do on Facebook, as well as on through Google and their presence through their own website. Well worth seeing, really enjoyable visit. And for a bookshop that's only 10 years old, it's just awesome. Highly recommend getting to it if you're in Dallas at all. And if you can't get to Dallas, have a look online or through their website or Facebook. Inspiring retail because it is a bookshop, it's a bar, it's a venue, and they bring people in for those events. And that bringing people in for the events makes the bar and the bookshop also successful. And I think that's clever. I think it's really clever the way they've blended the venue aspect, the bar aspect, the coffee aspect, and the bookshop aspect around this whole socialization. And I think it's really smart that they've done that. So if you're into book retailing, make sure that you check out the online resources. And if you're ever in Texas, have a look at the Wild Detectives. It's well worth it. Thanks for watching.